Okay, students, today we'll do some numericals related with work and power. Okay, this one you see, they told that a boy of mass 40 kg climbs up the stairs and reaches the roof at a height of 8 meter in 5 seconds. Then what is the force of gravity acting on the body? Now you know, for the force of gravity, now force of gravity, actually force of gravity acting on a body means weight of the body, and you should know that weight of the body means m into g. So we'll simply do m into g, we'll get that. So 40 kg into 10 meter per second square, so it is 400 Newton. Okay, number 2. Now they told the work done by him against the force of gravity. Now work done by him against the force of gravity means work done against the gravity actually means gravitational force into height, because gravitational force is the force and height is displacement. So we know work is equal to force into displacement, so that is gravitational force into h, and gravitational force means m into g. So ultimately we can say that work done against the force of gravity is m into g into h. Okay, but in this case we already got the value of m into g as 400, so we can directly write 400 Newton, and height is, you can see, it's 8 meter. So I'll get 32 Newton meter, and that means 3200 joule. Okay, 3200 joule. And number 3 is easy, Number 3, they told power. Now power is equal to simply work done by time. So work done we already got 3200 joule, and time is 5 seconds. And then we'll get it 5 into 6. So we get 640 watt. Okay. Okay, now this sum you see, a water pump raises 50 liter of water through a height of 25 meter in 5 seconds. You have to calculate the power. Okay. Now this 50 liter actually means is volume. So volume we know 50 liter, height is 25 meter, time is 5 seconds, and g is 10 Newton per kg, or simply that's 10 meter per second square, that we know. And density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Okay, so these are the things we know. Now you have to understand what you have to find. You have to find power. Okay, and power is equal to work done by time. So just think like this, that you have to find power. So power is equal to work done by time, and work also means, since it's going, what it is lifting, so that means it is doing against the gravity. So work also means m into g into h. So just now in the previous sum we have seen work done by the gravitational force was mgh. So in this case also we can say work done is m into g into h. So that means we require height, that we know, we require g, that we know, but we don't know m. M means what? Mass. So now I have to think that how can we get mass. So we know that mass is equal to, density is equal to mass by volume. So from there we can say that mass is equal to density into volume. So density into volume. And density, you know, density of water is given 1000. And volume is also given. Now volume is given in liters. But you know, since our density is in meter cube, kg per meter cube, my volume also should be in meter cube. So for that, what you have to remember ki that 1 meter cube means 1000 liter. So therefore you can say that 1 liter equals to 1 by 1000. 1 by 1000 meter cube, right? 1 liter. So 50 liter will be how much? 50 liter will be 50 by this. Understand? So so I can say that 50 liter means this. So how much I got? 1 by 20 meter cube is the volume. So finally I can say that volume of water is 1 by 20 meter cube. So now we can get mass, and we can put here mass means density into volume, and therefore from here we can calculate mass of water. Now mass of water is equal to density of water into volume. Now density is given 1000 kg per meter cube, and volume is given 1 by 20 meter cube. And finally what we got? We got the mass of water as 50 kg. Okay, so that means the volume of water was 50 liter and the mass of water is 50 kg. So now we can get the work done, and now we can say work done will be m into g into h, where m is 50 kg, g is 10 Newton per kg, and height is 25 meters. Okay, so so now we can put the values and we'll get the answer there. Okay, so we are getting what? This is the work done. So we can say it is 500 into 25, say joule, or 12500 joule, and then we'll get power. So power is equal to work done by time, and work is 12500 joule and time is 25 meter. So you're getting 25, 125 and 00, so 25 meter and all. Okay, so we got power is equal to work done by time. So work is 12500 and time is in fact time is 5 seconds. Okay, so not 25, sorry, it is 5 seconds, and 5 into 2500. So we got finally 2500 joule per second, and you know that's collectively known as watt. So it is 2500 watts. Okay. Okay, now in this sum they told a pump is used to lift 500 kg of water from a depth of 80 meter in 10 seconds. Calculate the work done, the power and the power rating. Now here number 1 and number 2 is easy, that you can do, but still I am doing it. Number 1, you know, work done. So again work done I can directly say it is m into g into h. M is 500 kg, g 10 meter per second square, and height is 80 meters. Now this means we got So that is the work done. Okay. So I got 8 into 1 into 40 and 1, 2, 3. I think one more zero. So this number 2 power. So this you can also write it as in this way, 4 into 10 to the power 5 joule. Number 2 again power, they told power is equal to work done by time. Now time is 10 seconds. So again work done. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 joule and by 10 second. So I got 40,000 watt. So power is in fact 40,000 watt, or we can also write it is as 40 kilowatt. Number 3 they told the power rating of the pump, if its efficiency is 40%. Now in fact efficiency is equal to useful power by power input. This power input actually means the power rating. This means what? Every instrument there is a power input, power rating. You can see in machines, in geysers, in AC, there is a power rating. So that means the machine should work at that power. So that's called the power rating. But actually, the machine is never a 100% efficient machine, so it never work on full power. Say if a machine is rated 100 watt or 1000 watt, there is many types of loss of energy that we will study later. And hence, suppose the machine is working at 800 watt, so this is the power rating, but the machine is working at this much watt, and therefore we say the efficiency of the machine is 80%. Understand? Because 20% of the power of the efficiency is wasted in various form, in form of heat or in form of friction. So many other forms are there in which there is a loss of energy, and the power that a machine actually work is called the useful power, and the power and the actual power rating of the machine is called power input. Now here they told, okay, so here they told power rating efficiency is 40%, so we can say it is 40%. Useful power is 40 kilowatt, and power rating you have to find. So I can say it is power rating. So finally I can say 40%, 40% means 40 by 100, it's 40 by power rating. So power rating, and therefore I can say power rating is equal to 40 into 100 by 40 kilowatt. So I got power rating as 100 kilowatt. Okay. In this one they told an ox can apply a maximum force of 1000 Newton, and it is taking part in a cart race and is able to pull the cart at a constant speed of 30 meter per second. So calculate the power. So again we should plot what we know. We know force is given 1000 Newton, and speed is given 30 meter per second, and we have to find what? Power. Now for this sum we have to understand this derivation first. Okay, now you know that power is equal to work done by time, and work means force into displacement by time, force into displacement or force into distance traveled by a body. And you know the distance by time or displacement by time means speed or velocity, right? Displacement by time. So I can say that power is equal to force into velocity or force into average speed. So we can simply say, directly we can say power is equal to force into average speed. So directly we can put this values here, 1000 Newton and 30 meter per second. So finally we'll get 30 and 1000 watt, or we can say it is 30, so it is 30 kilowatt. Okay. Now in this sum they told it takes 20 seconds for person A of mass 50 kg to climb up the stairs, while another person B of the same mass does the same in 15 seconds. Now compare their work done and the power developed. Now compare means you have to find the ratio between their work and ratio between their power. Now the first thing you have to understand that the work done by both is same, because they are doing the same work, they are climbing the same stairs. So and in fact their mass is also same. So mass of A is also 50 kg, mass of B is also 50 kg. So that means their mass is same. And you know that work done is m into g into h, suppose. Now so m is same, g is also same for both, and height is also same for both. So therefore their work done is same. So directly you can say for number 1, since their masses is same and they are climbing to same height, hence for both A and B work done is equal to m into g into h is same. So the value will be same, and so therefore finally we can say that work done by A by work done by B is equal to mgh by mgh. So I get 1 by 1, and which is equal to 1:1. Understand? So I have to do in this way. And for number 2, power developed by A and B. Now power developed by A by power developed by B. Now power developed means work done by A, or better we can start with ki let the work done by both is equal to x joule each. So both are doing same work, so let us take x joule each. So power of A will be x by time of A. Time of A is 20 seconds, so x by 20 watt, and power of B will be x by 15 watt. So simply we can say power of A by power of B is equal to x by 20 watt by x by 15 watt. So we can get, we are getting x by 20 into 15 by x, and 5 4 and 5 3. So we are getting what? 3 by 4, and therefore the power we are getting as 3:4. Okay, understand?